quarterback Colin Kaepernick booed again, this time in Buffalo. 49er star faced a torrent of jeers from Buffalo Bills fans as he walked onto the field Sunday, and the boos continued as he took a knee during the national anthem. Kaepernick did have some supporters. These Bills fans marched to the stadium in solidarity with Kaepernick and got down on one knee during the national anthem. After the game, Kaepernick spoke to reporters wearing a T-shirt with an image of Muhammad Ali.
Peace and blessings. We are live on LostSheepTV, and we are live on Nostrand Avenue. I don't know if you can see the sign, but we're here on Nostrand Avenue asking white folks how they feel about Colin Kaepernick and the NFL teams taking a knee in protest against the killing of unarmed black people in America. So that's what we're doing out here right now, so stay tuned, it's gonna be live. Peace. Peace, how you doing? This is Lost Sheep Radio, Lost Sheep TV. We just got one question we want to ask you. How do you feel about the current situation with the NFL and Colin Kaepernick and kneeling, and the NFL players kneeling? Do you think that that's a proper protest against the killing of unarmed black people in America?
I think it's appropriate for them to protest in any way that they see fit.
Okay, but what about the kneeling? You think they should do that, or you think it's un-American? How do you feel about it?
I don't think it's un-American. I think that protesting is something that all Americans do. I think it's fair for them to do whatever they want, whatever they think is right.
Okay, what's your name?
Josh.
Josh, nice to meet you. Take care.
To meet you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
We on Lost Sheep TV right now, and the question of the day is we're asking people how do they feel about Colin Kaepernick and the NFL players taking a knee as a protest against the killing of unarmed black people in America. How do you feel about that?
I am personally very supportive of that. I think Colin Kaepernick has both really ignited an important conversation in our country and has had a lot of courage, and I really respect both him and everyone who's kind of followed his lead on that issue.
Oh, okay, nice. So do you feel that that's a sufficient way to protest, or would you have any other way that you could think of that might be?
I mean, I think it's a little, I guess, surface level. Like, I don't know how much change, like meaningful change derives from it, except for the fact that it definitely, again, gets the conversation started. Right. The controversy can end up driving more important changes to happen. And I also think that when you have that kind of celebrity and you take that type of a stand, you get it out there to so many people in a really fast way. So I think in that way it is effective protest. But again, I think more definitely needs to happen to make meaningful change. So.
All right, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What's your name?
I'm Carrie Finnegan.
All right,
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah, thanks, you as well.
TV, and we're doing a survey asking people how do they feel about Colin Kaepernick kneeling down and the NFL players who are kneeling down in protest of unarmed black people being killed in America. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think the way the president has talked about it is incredibly insulting and shows his racism towards Colin Kaepernick. And you know, I think he hasn't necessarily expressed himself in a way that everyone can get on board with, but I think he has a right to his opinion about that. Okay. And it's an issue that does need a lot of more attention. When he first did it, I thought, could he do it in a way where people were like, oh, you know, the troops and America, and you're sort of insulting all those things. And then I think at the end of the day, he actually has gotten a lot of, you know, attention toward that issue.
Right.
So I feel like, you know, I don't necessarily agree with his political opinions down to the you know, every single issue, but
you know, Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't agree with Colin Kaepernick necessarily on talking about. He said he didn't vote. You know, but
okay.
I'm not a huge fan of that, but you know, he's entitled to his opinion, and certainly he should be an NFL quarterback right now because you know, he's very talented. You know, there's 32 spots, and he's probably one of the 32 best. So it seems like his political speech is being suppressed by, you know, the right-wing media and the president and all that sort of stuff. So
Okay, so do you feel that taking a knee is a sufficient way to protest, or do you think that there would be a better way to do it?
Well, I mean, it's gotten a lot of attention, so and it doesn't end there. I mean, he's given money to causes he cares about, and you know, there's other ways to bring attention to it, and there's other sort of productive things to talk about when it comes to, you know, crime and police violence and all those sort of things. But it's not the end of the story. I mean, it's gotten people to talk about it, and hopefully that can sort of, you know, come to a point where we can discuss other things and discuss, you know, how we do policing and broken windows and all these different issues.
Okay, so if you could suggest another way, alternative way to protest, do you have something in mind that you would?
Well, I mean, part of the thing is that he's an NFL player, and that's where he gets the most attention, is doing this. So he's found a way that's gotten a lot of attention. So I can't think of, you know, a great way for him to, you know, get out there and get everyone to talk about it. But you know, there's writing, there's talking to the media, there's doing interviews, all kinds of things he could do, I'm sure.
Okay, so do you think that would be a sufficient way? Do you think that would bring a lot of attention to, because the kneeling actually, it takes money away from the NFL, because then it brings awareness and people don't watch as much, and the sponsors, they lose sponsorship and things like that. So they trying to I think he's trying to hurt the NFL in a financial way and bring attention to the cause as well. So another way, like if somebody kills your brother and you write a letter, that's not going to really do anything. Right. So like what do you think would be a sufficient way to protest other than taking a knee?
Well, I mean, it's beginning.
If you have, I don't want to put none on you, but I'm just asking if you had something in your mind that would be sufficient.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's anything that's sufficient to fix. I mean, one person, you know, speaking out is not going to be sufficient to fix any kind of problem, right?
Okay.
But he's opened up a big subject, and you know, it's on everyone else to sort of give their opinion and talk about what, you know, we ought to be doing.
Thank you. I appreciate your opinion.
All right.
What's your name?
Alex.
Alex. All right. Take care.
There is police brutality. People of color have been targeted by police, so that's a large part of it. And they're government officials. They're put in place by the government, so you know, that's something that this country has to change. There's things we can do to, you know, hold them more accountable, make those standards higher. You have people that practice law and are lawyers and go to school for 8 years, but you can become a cop in 6 months and don't have to have the same amount of training as a cosmetologist. That's insane. I mean, someone that's holding a curling iron has more education and more training than people that have a gun and are going out on the street to protect us.